Okay, Marcus. So, complete the words in the TOEFL reading section. It sounds, almost too easy, right? Just fill in the blanks. It's like a grade school thing. But I have a feeling there's a lot more to it, isn't there?
Emma, you are absolutely right to question that first impression. It's totally deceptive. On the surface, yeah, it looks like you're just, dropping in a few missing letters. But what the TOEFL folks are really testing here is quite a bit more complex than that. We're talking about deep academic vocabulary, your grammar awareness, those tricky collocations, those word pairs that just, naturally go together, and just overall sentence logic all at once. It's a powerhouse of a task.
Wow, so it's not just about knowing the word. It's knowing how the word behaves in a super specific academic context. I can totally see how students would, underestimate it and maybe rush through it thinking it's a quick win. And that's where they trip up, I bet.
Precisely. Rushing is the enemy here. Many students just kind of glance at it, make a quick guess, and move on. And that really costs them points. Our goal today is we want to show everyone how an expert really thinks through these. Not just, oh, here's the answer, but the whole process. We're going to analyze every single gap, using grammar, vocabulary patterns, the overall meaning, exactly how you should be doing it on test day.
All right, so let's jump right into sentence number 1. It's renew blank blank energy sources are be blank blank more important as countries search for cleaner power. So for that first gap, renew blank blank energy sources. Energy is a noun, right? So we need something before it. An adjective, I'm guessing?
You got it, Emma. An adjective is exactly what we need there. And then you've got to think about the overall topic. We see cleaner power, we see countries, energy sources. This is classic environmental stuff, right? And in academic English, there's a super strong, really fixed collocation here. The phrase just, it almost jumps out at you. It's renewable energy. That just fits.
Ah, renewable energy. Yeah, that makes so much sense. It totally fits semantically, grammatically, and like you said, collocationally. TOEFL just loves those high-frequency academic pairs, don't they? Okay, so then the next part, are be blank blank more important. This are followed by a blank and more important, that's gotta be a continuous tense, right?
Absolutely. That are is your huge clue. It screams continuous tense. So it's are plus the verb ing form. The base verb there is become, and we're talking about a process of change over time. So becoming just, slides right in. Okay, moving on to sentence 2. Solar panels can blank sunlight into elect blank without producing harmful emissions. What's your first thought for can blank?
Okay, so solar panels convert sunlight into elect. The subject is solar panels, right? So we need a verb that describes what panels do with sunlight. And then into, that's a big clue. They're changing one form of energy into another. So, convert?
Yes, convert is perfect. In academic science texts, that's the most common verb when you're talking about changing energy forms. And notice this pattern, Emma. It's a textbook TOEFL structure. Convert plus object plus into plus result. You'll see that a lot. So once we have convert, then we're converting sunlight into elect. That into, again, it's a preposition. It's signaling something important, right?
Right. Into has to be followed by a noun, not a verb or an adjective. So if the base form is electric, the noun form would be electricity. Okay, that feels good. And that's another fixed academic collocation. Convert sunlight into electricity. See, I'm getting better at spotting these. All right, sentence 3. Wind turbines gen power when moving air turns large blades. Wind turbines. Gotta be turbines, right? Like the machines?
Exactly. Turbines in the plural, because it's a general statement about them. Wind energy plus machines equals turbines. Easy win. Now, gen power. We need a verb that, it just naturally collocates with power. You could say produce power, but what's the more academic formal choice here, do you think?
Produce power sounds okay, but for something more academic, I'm thinking generate power? That just sounds more official. Is that it?
Boom. Generate power is the one, Emma. It's like the go-to academic verb for abstract nouns like power, energy, income. So we've got wind turbines generate power. Perfect. Okay, let's move to sentence 4. This one has a bit of a tricky beginning. Although in costs can be high, long-term savings often off the expense. The word although, that's a huge signal, isn't it? It tells us like a contrast is coming.
Totally. Although always means get ready for the opposite. So if the second part is long-term savings, the first idea, in costs, has to be the opposite of long-term. So, initial? Like initial costs?
You're on fire. Initial costs is absolutely it. That's a very common business and economics phrase. Initial costs, contrasting with long-term benefits or savings. Great job. Now, for the last gap in that sentence, long-term savings often off the expense. So the savings, they need to do something to the expense. It requires a verb meaning like balance or reduce the cost, right?
Okay, balance or reduce the cost. In TOEFL reading, I feel like there's one specific verb for this, like it's a really high-value academic word. Is it offset?
Bingo, Emma. Offset is the word. That is a gem of an academic verb. Definitely one to really learn well. It means to counteract or compensate for something. So initial costs can be high, but long-term savings often offset the expense. Perfect. All right, final sentence, sentence 5. By investing early, governments can support innovation while reducing environmental impact. First gap, by investing early. Grammar check time. By plus what form of the verb always describes the method or means?
Okay, by plus the verb ing form, right? So if the base verb is invest, then it's got to be investing. By investing early. Got it. And then final gap, reducing environmental impact. Impact is a noun, so we need an adjective before it. And we're still talking like about the environment here. So environmental impact?
Absolutely. Environmental impact is an extremely common, super high-frequency TOEFL collocation. You hear it like all the time. You got it. So Emma, let's read the whole thing now, the full paragraph exactly as it should appear, with all our expert words filled in.
Ooh, I love it.
Renewable energy sources are becoming more important as countries search for cleaner power. Solar panels convert sunlight into electricity without producing harmful emissions. Wind turbines generate power when moving air turns large blades. Although initial costs can be high, long-term savings often offset the expense. By investing early, governments can support innovation while reducing environmental impact. See how beautifully it flows when it's all put together?
That sounds so much better when it's all, complete. So, Marcus, just to summarize for everyone listening, what are the absolute key strategies that, we should all copy from this expert breakdown?
Okay, so the big takeaways, Emma, are this. First point, always start with grammar. Is it are plus verbing? Is it by plus verbing? Does into need a noun? Grammar first, always your foundation. Second, and this is crucial, collocations matter more than you think, more than just, the individual spelling. Things like renewable energy, generate power, environmental impact, these are fixed pairs. Learn them. And third, meaning combined with structure beats guessing every single time. If the word fits grammatically and makes perfect sense in context, it's probably right. It's not about just filling missing letters.
Right. It's about how academic English is really truly built. It's a puzzle, but you've given us the decoder ring. So for folks wanting to practice these kinds of tasks, with all the full explanations, like the trap analysis, understanding the exam logic, where can they find more of this goodness?
Well, all of that, and I mean all of it, is inside TOEFL Reading Mastery 2026. It's designed to really get you thinking like an expert, not just, memorizing words. Train your thinking, Emma, not just your vocabulary. That's how real TOEFL scores genuinely improve.
Train your thinking. I love that. It's a mindset shift. Marcus, this was absolutely fantastic. Thank you so much for breaking this down for us.
My pleasure, Emma. Thanks for having me. And thanks for listening, everyone. We'll see you in the next episode.